Hello everybody, welcome to Saturday stream. Hello. We are here with Ace Attorney. Are you excited? We're gonna be finishing case 2 today. I'm pretty dang sure we're finishing this today. We are on part 4. So, I don't know, I always want to think I'm going to be ending cases sometimes, and then it doesn't end. So I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it just happens. Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to get other things set up. I forgot what I was saying. Oops, it's gone. Oh no. But hi everybody. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend going so far? If your weekend has just started and you're starting it with me, hello. I hope your weekend thus far has been great. I hope it continues to be great, etc. etc. I might have been like such a mess last night. Honestly, I probably should have postponed stream by a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Because last night, I made a mistake and decided to go back in one of my Yakuza 0 VODs. Because Jen and I were talking about this one scene that happens in Yakuza. And Jen's sitting there crying during this one scene. And all I have to say during it is, that's depressing. But I had to see, after I saw their reaction, I'm like, I don't know what my reaction was. I remember I was sad. And, this is 2 years ago, right? This is, I think, when I wasn't as, expressive, I think, with my, I guess, words or emotions. Because, even... I can tell when I'm upset or crying or whatever like that. I can tell in my voice when it's hitting me, because I don't know if it's the phlegminess of snotty. I don't know how to explain it. It just sounds different. So I'm just like, oh, that's really sad. That's all I said. It's but then I'm like, well, I know when I do cry is when one of the moments where everyone is super nice and is giving me a lot of wow, Tora, I'm really glad you're in my life kind of comments, and I just broke down on stream about that. And as I'm watching it now, I'm breaking down. I'm just crying, and I'm just like, the hell is wrong with me? I understand. I have really strong empathy and stuff like that. But I hate, maybe I do like it sometimes, but I hate that I cry when I see other people cry, me included, surprisingly enough. It's so bad because I was it literally turned into a little cry to just full blown, this is really bad. But it's fine. I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate you guys a lot. Man, a lot. And I said this in the Discord, but a lot of you who, you know what? Stop hitting me. Stop it. Stop. But a lot of you that are here now were here then. So I just want to say thank you guys for sticking around and being great, all that. And people who were not there and are there here new now, I still appreciate you a shit ton. So I don't know. I just got really emotional thinking about everything last night too. So I'm just like, I don't want to go too much into it because I get emotional again. But anyway, welcome in, welcome in, girl, welcome in, Liz, welcome in, Korgoth, time to lawyer up. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Mushi. Welcome. Welcome in, Drake. You can make a stream for once. Let's go! Woohoo! I think you're holding yourself back on that one with the crying. You remember that happening? It was, I think if I were to react to Yakuza now, or react to any game, I would be reacting a lot more. I don't know, I'm used to streaming now a little bit better, I think, so I'm able to articulate feelings a little better. Also, Rue, welcome in as well. Totally forgot to look at the the hot slow. Hi. Kid loved that. Absolutely lovely, silly, wonderful, sweet, enduring person in our lives. What the fuck? Oh no, it was a lot of comments like that back then. So I was just like, ugh. Automod blocked that. I don't know. I think it says. I think that got blocked was get loved on. Or maybe it was just weird. I don't know. Automod has been very weird recently. Also, 8-Bits, welcome in. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. But yeah. Also, I played Fortnite last night. Alone. Which is wild. I never play alone. I never play Fortnite alone, ever. But I was like, I'm feeling a little dangerous. I'm feeling a little Fortnite-y. I don't know. Because I wanted to try the new season and no one was available. And I didn't feel like asking if anyone was available either. So I was just like, because it was a weird time at night. It was like 2 a.m. or something like that, 3 a.m. And I was just like, I just want to play Fortnite. And I just want to see the new items and stuff like that. It's actually fun. It's a lot of fun, with the Marvel stuff. It feels overpowered. Just a tad. Like, I was able to kill some people in like 3 hits. But then again, you know, last season had the items too. With... What's the item last season? It was, Magneto's gloves. That's what it was. Like, you could 2-hit people with that. Which is insane. And then with, you know, Captain America's shield has a certain distance that you can throw it. But that thing homes in. That thing, you just throw it and it goes to the person. It's so... It feels broken. Also, I shielded with it and it didn't shield me and I was like, I don't understand this. I don't understand. But I was able to get a Victory Royale, and I don't know how, because I sat there just like, I saw 2 people, actually 3 people in a fight. I didn't know we were in top like 10 or whatever. I was just like, oh god, I have no shield. I have to get shield real bad. So I was like, trying to get shield as much as possible. I heard someone running, and I got scared. And then I started like running around, and then I killed like 2 or 3 people in the distance, and I, you know, ran up into the pavilion area. I just didn't want to get shot, so I'm trying to get on behind things so I don't die. And then it's one person runs up to me, someone I ran up to earlier in the match too, which is funny. I love running into people earlier in the match and then finding them later and then killing them. That's I don't know, that's my favorite thing. That's really funny to me. But I ended up like not having full shield and started freaking out when I ran into them. So I started just Captain America shielding at them, and then I got on my like bazooka. Like it's like Warframe weapon, I think. It's when you have like the gauntlets and you're shooting bullets and missiles, and I'm just spamming both of them at the same time because I'm freaking out. And then I win. I didn't realize it was the last person either. I was just like, I'm gonna die there. I'm gonna die. And then I won. So didn't die. And I was freaking out so much when I did win that I started dancing and then immediately got out of it because I was like, you know, then I couldn't dance again because it locks you out of dancing. But yeah, it was a fun time. My time. Fortnite in the AM PM. Might have to poke it maybe. It's good. I don't, like I said yesterday, I don't really care for Marvel too much. It's okay. I don't know like anybody in the Battle Pass, but it was a good time regardless. And I want the Meowscles so bad. I grip him so hard. Wants him. A shield that doesn't shield. That is... What is this? The lance? What are you coming after Em like that? I think Em likes the lance. I'm actually grinding in ranked right now. Ooh, how's it going? I only got to like level 8 or something like that, which is honestly not that bad. But I think I've done most of the quests. I started doing some racing last night actually, because I haven't done racing in a long time. And I was able to get up to like rank silver, easy. It's so easy to rank up in that game. I'm sure once I get to a rank that's like acceptable for me, I'll probably, you know, lose all the time. But I kept winning. I just kept stealing it from people. Because people, like 3 people would be in front of me and then I boost and pass them. And I'm like, I'm surprised no one boosts at the end like I do. I don't know. Silver 3 so far, almost in gold again. I need to play ranked more in Fortnite. I really do. Because it's not different. It's not different at all. Like, I don't think people are that tougher, you know? Like, I got to gold before. I think I'm bet I can get it again, no problem. It just happens that the shield is also very good at bonking. Smack him, smack him! Feel free to ask your local comic nerds for any characters you have questions about. Maybe. I might. Because I don't understand who these people are half the time. I don't know why there's a blue Iron Man. I don't know if he's a different person than, you know, the black suited Iron Man, the Warframe guy. I mean, I know normal Iron Man's different from Warframe because of the movies, and I don't know anything else. I don't know who Gwenpool is, but, you know, I just know it's Gwen. That's it. That's all I gotta know. It's just that there's less bots. Yeah, which is nice. Because it's like, I don't want to play bots. But the bots will make me feel good, you know? I just shoot them dead instantly and they go away. Easy. Diablo, welcome in. How's it going today? It's going good. I got little sleep because that's just me at this point. That's my personality trait. It's my toxic... It's not even a personality trait. It's my toxic habit, I guess. Is that I just do not sleep. Ever. I did work more on my PNG though last night. My tiger PNG. I'm super excited about that. I also got the shoes done in my ref sheet, finally. I've been putting off the shoes so much because I hate drawing shoes. I do not like them. I don't want to do them. I never want to do them again. Why did I redo the shoes? I don't know. But then I have to do like an alternate, like, style outfit. And then I'm like done with the ref sheet. Woohoo! Well, get good sleep. Take care of yourself. I really do need to take care of myself better. For real, for real. I don't know, I just have fun hanging out with friends, and then I forget what time it is, and then I'm watching Game of Thrones, and then I want to watch another Game of Thrones, but then I'm like, no, you shouldn't watch another Game of Thrones, because you know what's gonna happen, you're gonna stay up really late, and then you can't take that back, and then you're gonna wake up for stream, and you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm 5 minutes late, oh no! Anyway, Milk Pink, welcome in. I think with that being said, I feel like I should start... It's attorney. We are, like I said, starting going back into the courtroom in case 2. No, so I'm learning to be better organizing, keep to my schedule myself. It's important. Yeah, that's the thing. I see that at 7 a.m. when I'm like wanting to get off with my friends and stuff like that. But then I'm sitting there like, okay, but we're having a really deep conversation right now, and I really want to keep having this conversation, and I don't want to leave. So then I stick around. And all of a sudden now it's 8 a.m. This is a problem recently, like in the past month, I think. Only the past month. Before I'd go to bed at 7. No problem. But now it's... I think I just have, it's not that I didn't have fun before, but I think I'm having a lot of fun now. So, at least it's worth it in that sense. Like, I'm having a really good time, at the expense of my sleep schedule. What else did I do yesterday? Oh, I had Pathfinder! Oh, yes! I had Pathfinder yesterday. It was great. I died. Like, I was at dying 3. I think I went down twice and then I was on fire. So I went down, stayed down, got burned while down, which made me go into dying 2 immediately or something like that. And then I got back up, got back down again. It's a little rat. It's a little magma fire rat that just destroyed me. I don't know what happened. Did you get better? I got better, but I am burned. my shark girl's body is burned all over the place. Hold on, I'm saving the image right now. Shack. Save. I'm gonna show you guys on stream. Sorry. I know we went over to the game, and then I just totally forgot this was a thing. So please bear with me. I apologize. I'm trying to find images. There you go. Well, any death you can walk away from is not. Everyone was really scared. Verm was actually extra scared that I was going to pass away, and I think I was in denial at that point, where I'm like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. No, I am not. I can't. No. So, so here's the rat, coming at me, and Ray, imagine him running at me, because I was next to him when it appeared, because it appeared from like a crystal ball thing. I was the closest thing to it, and it just woke up, and it got mad at me. And I've just incited its wrath, I guess. It just wanted to murder me at that point. Every time I got back up, it targeted me because it was like, no, you don't. You stay back down. So yes, I imagine it ran like one of those lizards that run on the water. They're like the Jesus lizards. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, it's my shark girl. But yeah, explode. It just nuclear bombed me. I'm dead. A lot. And then this is also I should probably also add, this is the campaign that I have with Vermis the GM. There's me, there's Solry, the one who made this model, actually, the one that I'm using currently. Then we got Bok Choi, and then we got Scion. So is that everybody? I feel like I'm missing somebody. No, that's it. That's everybody. I was like, I feel like I am missing somebody, but no. But yeah, this is the campaign I have with them. This is just the base campaign in the Pathfinder. I think it's like the first campaign you can do or whatever, just to like learn the basics and stuff like that. I already saw it on Discord, but still, yeah, I did post it on Discord. But yeah, my shark girl is super happy. But yeah, she has scars all over her body now. Still a happy guy though. Still happy. But yes, that's what I did last night. It was fun. I had a really good time. I'm having a really good time like role playing with this group. I don't know why. It's just like like Soul's character fished up a little tiny fish. He was so excited about it because they're like, oh my god, I caught a thing, because they weren't like using correct fishing rod tools to catch fish. They just threw a string in the water and they were hoping to catch something until they were told, hey, no, you gotta do it properly. And then once they did that, they caught a tiny little fish, and then they handed it to me, and I ate it. Just ate it whole. It was really good. I had fun. Okay, like I said, let's begin. Case 2. Start again? Not begin. Continue? Yeah. That was a magma rat. When I first saw it this morning, I thought it was a stinky mouse. No, magma rat. No, it's mean. Magma rats are scary. I don't like them. It was a good way to start my day seeing that. Oh, I am glad you liked it. I'm glad it, made someone's day, The Adventures of Shark Girl and Lava Rat. Dude, I was just telling my friends how I really wanted to watch Shark Girl. And wait, Shark Girl? What am I talking about? Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I really, really want to rewatch that movie because I used to watch it as a kid. And I don't remember anything about it. I just remember it releasing when I was a kid, and it was like all the gimmicks and stuff like that, like 3D glasses and stuff like that releasing with it as well. And I also need to watch Spy Kids. I didn't watch really Spy Kids at all as a kid. But I like Shark Boy and Lava Girl for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. I have been sending the pictures of the robot to coworkers. Robot. Which robot? If it doesn't mind asking. Sorry, I was just like brave. I love Shork is cute. Yeah, I love her. I really love my characters, man. It's like I don't know why my characters keep getting all scarred up though, but you know, it happens. I just keep going into danger, I guess, because like my other guy, Crimson, my tiger barbarian, he got scarred up real bad. He lost his eye. Tora, it's you. What? If you don't remember, I'm not telling you. Rewatch it and you'll remember. Is it from Shark Boy Lava Girl? Is it the guy with the big face? It's the only thing I know. You can watch it on Pluto for free. I do not have Pluto. Is Pluto free? Oh, wait, you said free. You literally just said for free. For free? You said kind of me? You kind of just walk into danger. I kind of do, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm just oblivious, I guess. Okay. Back to game. Hey, Nick! What is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. Oh, that's right. That's where we are. This is a murder case now. I'm sad. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atmy's trial today. How is the judge at that one and this one at the same time? There's only one judge. Detective Atmy? They say they're going to try him as Maxine the Mask. Already? That was fast. See, I don't know what to think about him because he stole the costume from our Mask the Mask Shing. Boy, I'd love to see Mask Shing the Mask trial. I know. Wait, who's that? By the way, where's Pearls? Who just spoke in red text? Who spoketh? You kind of just walk into danger. The Elden Ring series proves it. What the heck? I can at least walk out and be fine, but then again, that's, you know, Elden Ring lore. You don't die. Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me. Who is speaking? I'm freaked out. Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh? Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me! Oh, it's Rod. Why are you so ominous with your red text, though? You're freaking me out. Remember that Ace Attorney Universe thinks legal procedures should be speedruns? True. Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. I mean, you still can be poor, you can be a bad thief. Well, welcome in. Hope you're having a good time. Dinner can wait, as food is temporary. No, you better eat! Go eat! Go eat! Go eat! Go eat! I'm gonna be streaming for hours. Go eat! Please! Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him... Wait, from his second? This is what I'm confused about. Because he's the one who's committing the crimes, but at the same time, his costume was stolen. But then he made a new costume to commit more crimes. So I'm just like... I don't know the order of events here, and hopefully the trial lets me know what the timeline is, I guess. I have some yogurt I will eat now. The dough for the gyoza has to rest a bit anyway. Okay. Well, if you have to wait anyway, I mean, you might as well stay here and stick around and watch, right? Yeah. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist. Do you really think there's a connection between a thief and the murder, Nick? It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. We got speedrun too? His first heist was self-planned. From the second he got instructions, that's what we've learned. Okay, that's it? Okay. Oh, Godot! I forgot about Godot! On the subject of food for a moment, Corn Mom tried to make bread. It was her recipe. Her bread went flat. No! The yeast was dead. No. I'm assuming that's probably what happened. It did not rise, or did it rise and then... Is it like a souffle? I love what they do with Nick here. Just blow up the bread. Go, you know, like, blow. It didn't rise at all. Yeah, the yeast was dead. Oh, that sucks. That's the worst, right? Because then you use all your ingredients just to see that the yeast was dead. I thought... I don't know if there was a way to tell before you start mixing everything or not. I can't remember if it was like the bubbles or something like that. Like if you like let it sit there in the water and the sugar and stuff like that. If it starts... I forget. I haven't done that in a while. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. Defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Dude, Godot, calm down. Okay, settle down, everyone. Me too, Judge. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. He's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again. Court drama. Court drama! Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. What are you talking about? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Huh. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. I do also need to get out more, so... Godot, go touch grass. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe he's the one that needs to get out. Maybe... But I also do need to get out more. Life is war. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes. Well, then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. Yeah, this is like weird for Judgy. Godot, I think you should maybe talk to a therapist. I mean, just a lot. I think everybody in this game probably needs a therapist. I thought it was love is war. War is love. The world is darkness, life is war. The only thing that's good in life is coffee. And even that is as dark as my soul. Damn, Misty. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His tongue freaks me out. I don't know why. His tongue's huge. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. The little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. He was part frog. Fuck. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. Are you on your 16th cup of coffee right now and you can't drink anymore? The first one is always the best. Mr. Godot, you're a witness? Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? Godot, 17 cups of coffee, how are you not? It has not a lot of caffeine, probably. It's like decaf. Smiles. Smiles. Big smile. Of course, Godot is a Discord admin. My Discord kittens. How are my Discord kittens today? Dude, I could... No. Hey, Krabs, let come in. Don't question it. No. Actually, Godot, go become a playwright and theater kid. Derogatory. Oh. He's an art kid. You had to do it to him. Still, that much coffee, he'd be in the bathroom a lot. He's probably backed up. Also, meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. You the Discord kitten? Took me a second. Oh, yeah, Crabs, I hope you are doing well. I hope your weekend has been good. May be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. This music reminds me of Diamond and Pearl, Pokemon. I don't know, just has that kind of feel to it. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. You've got guts, Trite. I can't wait till you start calling me by my actual name by the end of this trial. I was about to be like, you're gonna call you what your mother calls me. I'm not gonna be like, no, wait, no. I'm just trying to think of like the worst thing to say. That is definitely the worst thing. People cleaning the spare rooms in my apartment flipped the thermostat down to by 20 degrees. 20? That's crazy. Like if you have it at 70, right? Because a comfortable temperature is like 68 or 67 or something like that. You know what I mean? That's comfortable in a house, usually. So 20 degrees less? I'm assuming? But still, that's like, what the heck? Who does that? Okay, guys, this is me being petty, okay? I'm so sorry. You guys probably don't know this part of me. And Terrace will come in. But, oh my god, he is Cyrus coded. Oh my god, actually? You know, now that you say that, what the heck? But I had a roommate that was really unbearable. And I stayed out of her way, right? I really tried my best to be like, okay, you don't like me? We never interacted, by the way. I was just like, I don't like you. You don't like me. Because she'd always stay up really late and make so much noise. Now, what they're supposed to do, because I was at like a student housing thing, right? Because this was back in like college days. And they're supposed to pair you up with somebody who's very similar with you. So you guys could at least like, you know, have the same or similar degrees that you're going for. So they, you know, put you in somewhere where, you know, similar stuff, you know? And also, like, you put on the little form that, yes, I will go to bed at 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. or whatever, at the latest 2. You know what I mean? It was just like, I think I put it pretty early on the thing, because I knew I was going to be getting up early for school and stuff. She would make so much noise. Like, a lot. I had to wear earplugs, like, I think, every night, and I wasn't even in the same room. It was a different... think of it as like an apartment, right? Where we have different rooms and stuff like that. And she, you know, stayed to her room, I stayed to my room, blah, 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 etc., etc. But she was just, like, so loud all the time. I could not sleep. It was ridiculous. And then eventually, I was just like, you know what? Turns on the dishwasher before I leave to go to school at 6 a.m. and I know she stayed up till 4 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? If you're a deep sleeper, you'll sleep through this. But guess what? I'm running the dishwasher. Screw you. Like, I also needed the dishwasher to be run anyway. So it wasn't like a complete petty thing, but at the same time, I'm like, man. Also, before I ended up leaving, because I think she kept turning the thermostat different or something like that. I remember when I left, I ended up turning the thermostat up. And I was like so tired. Oh, that's the other thing. She tried to, so I locked my room like every night because, you know, I'm like that. Just in case, you know, someone does walk into my room anyway. Like, or walks into the room or whatever, you know, because I don't know, just paranoid, I guess. Someone tried to enter my room and I'm sitting here like, wow. I'm gonna lock the door. Because she, like, invite her friends over, too. And I think it was, like, someone who doesn't know that I'm even there. Because I am quiet. That's the thing, too. I feel like I am extra quiet. So I am a good, at least, roommate in that sense. But, man, I was so done. I was so annoyed all that entire time. I didn't want to be there. And then I went home on the weekends as well. That way I could, you know, not be around. Dishwasher needed cardio. Shot in the face will come in. Petty Tora, perfect. I don't know, it's just one of those things where, yes, I probably shouldn't do this, but at the same time, It's a little thing. It's just one of those little things. I'm not being like super aggressive. I'm not doing anything like that. It's just a dishwasher. But anyway, you need the catharsis eventually. Man, I was just like, I don't know. Art school's rough, you know, because you wake up at 5 a.m. or whatever. You have to get to class by. No, I did wake up at 6, and then I had to get there, and then you had to wait. School started at 8, and then it was just like a rough-a-roni all around. So, plus you had classes that were, what were they? They were 3-hour-long classes, I think. And then the teachers expected you to do 6 hours outside of their class to work on their homework. Like, double the amount of time it takes for, like, class, right? That made me so mad. That made me so upset. I think everyone was also the same way. When the teacher said that, we're like, huh? No way. Because we have 2 of these classes that were 6 hours long. Not 6 hours, sorry, 3 hours. And so it's 6 hours a week. So that means 12 hours a week we're going to have to put in this class. That's 2 classes like that. I don't know. I'm being really upset about school. And then we had other classes on top of those. So you're staying up really late, and if you know art and stuff, it takes a long time. So if you're really into a project or whatever, you're putting a lot of time into that, you know? Otherwise, it will build up and you'll have a fight instead. No, we never fought. That was at least good, but... Yeah. Alright then, Mr. I almost said Don. Don Relight. Ron Delight, please take the stand. Drinks. Him drinking coffee makes me hot. Oh my god. I actually feel like I'm hotter. You did it, didn't you? Yes. Dude, the frick is wrong with you? No. That's not true. For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever. Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. I get upset thinking about school too. I wouldn't go back to school even if they paid for me. Even if it was free school, if it was free tuition, you wouldn't go back. I feel like I would. I think I would make it so I take my time with it though, if it was free. Like do 2 or 3 classes. That's what I actually did in my schooling. Was I did 1 year of like liberal arts kind of thing to figure out what I was doing. So I did all my core classes. And then when I, went to art, I just had to worry about art pretty much. I worried about other classes too at the time, but, it was very nice because art took up so much time. I was in the ceramics room for freaking forever. Like, it'd be a whole day's worth of time. My job's been pissing me off too much. Oh no! I'm thinking of going back, to be honest. Oh man. I hope your job gets easier, man. That's never fun. I remember when I had at a food restaurant job, it was bad. I was so sad that entire time. And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security? I have too much school-related PTSD, so I'm not going back anytime soon. Ah, man. Even if it was free and they paid me, I refuse. Homework fills me with anxiety. That's fair. Honestly, I honestly liked going to school. Like, I think college was good. Anyway, high school is the one that filled me with anxiety. Actually, no, I take that back. College filled me with a lot of anxiety, but I think most of that just stemmed from, getting to school on time when I lived a little far away from the school at the time. Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. My college was 3 hours away from my house, so that actively killed me. No! How did you do that? That's your whole day. Oh my god, that's 6 hours of your day. Holy moly, Liz. I didn't. I dropped out from burnout. I would too! Oh my gosh! That's such a long drive! That's so funny. I live an hour away, and then I was like, no, it's too much. And then lived near campus, and I still was like, I had to take a bus. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. 1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Why are you drinking his bathwater? That's so weird of you. Huh, it's bitter today too. Just like my destiny. Why is he such a poet today? Like, what is going on? You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. How about that? Let's talk about male wife spring hair. No, we're okay to talk about it. I'm okay talking about stuff like this in between, like, stuff like that. You're A-okay. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. Let's do this, though. We got this. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. Hold it! 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also a bit... 1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. What are you... I feel like he's gotten more... What's the word? What's the word? Shoot. No, I forgot! I don't know what the word is! He's gotten a lot more... out there, you know? I don't know how to say it. Same here. The main reason I'm doing my master's thesis at this specific institute was that I could reach it in like 40 minutes compared to the campus, which needs like 1 hour 30 minutes. Or, yeah, 1 hour 30 minutes. Ugh, man. Outgoing? No. Ugh, what's the word? Dramatic? It's not dramatic, but it's something along those lines of theatrical. I feel like he wasn't like that before, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. It has been like a while. It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters to, or other black letter? God damn it! Wait, I can't read! I'm messing up so bad! Though it's a bit of a Looney Tune, it's a bit eccentric. Why don't you save this for later, Mr. Light? Please don't say anymore. Now, what should I do? What should I do? What should do? I do. Am I crazy? What should do I do? I'm gonna press harder. I'm gonna do the do I do? That's what it says. Oh yeah, that's a typo. That's such a weird typo. I read that and I think, oh, I'm the one that made the mistake, right? Because I always mispronounce things all the time. I'm just used to it at this point. And I just assume it's me. And it's not. So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait! I had never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. Indeed. That's what we should say from now on. Should do, I do. Maybe they couldn't decide between what should I do. And what do I do? Oh yeah, that sounds like exactly what it could have been happening. Witness! Let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has better chance of surviving than I do. The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. Press that. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask shing the mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Literally no one knows you're the actual mask shing the mask. I'm just saying. I don't think that was ever established in court. I think we just discovered that outside of court. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Butler didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Miss Delight didn't believe he was masking the mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. Hold it! You used to be security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you're fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? I think this is like a Batman moment. Everyone actually knows his mask shing the mask, but they just let him keep on. This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Why were you fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then, goodbye. Defendant, please answer the question. Well, I needed the money. Or I needed money. You needed money? Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. She should find a different hobby. I will say that much. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Oh, you're an actual criminal. Like, yes, you stole things too, but like, he has multiple crimes under his belt. I don't think I can help him. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was security team chief, nothing on me. You stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I'd never asked that. Oh shit. I was somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. Sometimes she even exchanges money. So she has a big pile of bills, then she throws them into a paper shredder for fun. Oh! That would be awful. Remember, if you're spending $5,000 a week, but only making $700 a week, you need to stop. It's time to stop. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Someone who brings harm to their company and is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that. He sure told you. You admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. That's a really good analogy, actually. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. Oh, now she does. She's probably in the courtroom, right? Or she goes somewhere else. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste. Oh wait, it's not a waste! So Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright. There wasn't much to his testimony, was there? Well, there was several other questions I could have asked him. Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful. But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth. Yeah. Let me think. Blackmail letter I got ordered me to go there. Do I have any things to present? Blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble. But you still went, is the thing. You still went. And I think that means you were scared a little bit. I've been working for KV Security until a year ago. He fired me for selling company secrets, but he doesn't know about that? Does she? I don't think she does she? What if she did know? What if she knew all along? What if she just knows, like, yeah, I was waiting for you to tell me. Does Desi have a job? But she's also getting a lot of money? How's she getting a motorcycle? Then again, he'd probably pay for the motorcycle. What does Desi say? Hates criminals, cowards more than anything. I think she's gotten to divorce. I don't think she works. Damn. I've been working on KB Security until a year ago. I knew his office was. The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It was going to cause me trouble or anything. I think it did scare him. Like, I think this is the one we gotta go for. I just don't know what to do for that. Because he still went. How do I say that? Did Luke make him? No. My wife. Hey, Paul, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, hey, Blum, also welcome in. Adrian, Larry Butts. Oh, we don't know Godot's age? Ow. I thought of him as a 30-year-old or something, you know? He looks like it. He has the nice beard and everything. I've been lurking. You've been outed. All because Pal commented. Also, how you guys doing? I hope you're having a good weekend. I don't know. I don't know what to put here. I don't know. Does anybody have a little tiny hint, maybe? Weak sleep. You've been up so long. Speaking of, what is it? In 5-ish hours? Question mark? Actually, I should have looked at the schedule again. Press this statement again. But I'll be on King's stream later. For the birthday stream. So definitely should go check him out. Wish him happy birthday, etc. etc. Paula speaks, Plum picks up the baseball bat. For real. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? Deserved? What deserved? What happened? The blackmail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask. The mask. He didn't object before, did he? Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was the mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. He just deserves it. No, I need her actual reason. But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact that I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Also, I should say, I think me and King are doing, I totally forgot to explain this when we got there. I think King and I were doing crowd control Minecraft in a few hours-ish. And then we're also doing Sketchy's contract. And I think like Jin, Varm, maybe Sion, maybe, I don't know. We got a group of people. Right, Tora? I literally am a sweetheart. Literally, okay, I'll be honest, pal. You've done nothing that I have seen to warrant this. I don't understand. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that were ever become public knowledge. Probably, right? He bullies me all the time. I never see him bully. I think he would. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Your marriage was at stake there. Don, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome in. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client? Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Little lawyer amigo? Yeah, welcome in, Don. Hope your weekend has been going well. Yes, now, come on. Provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? His wife! Right? Yes, okay. He's right! Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Men are like instant noodles. Sometimes they need a couple of minutes to cool off. This is true. Of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Hello. Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Listen to me! My Desi, she's... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. What is my crime? Enjoying a VTuber. In jail time. Watching a VTuber, jail. Doll. Yes, we know. It was all about your wife. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how the murder came about. No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry! Or maybe you'll be sorry. What are you gonna do? Attack me on... at the courtroom? Like... Call Tora cute. No! I can hear a little bit of like a squeakiness to my mic. I heard it there. There, I tightened it. Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly wiped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. But you are, though. No! Plum! Plum.
Indeed!
Plum. Thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it. It's still squeaking. Come back! The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. Plum, are you staying awake? I meant to ask that like 5 minutes ago. Ah! Robbie! Robbie, hello! Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Spacey Tora, Space Tiger, variety streamer and artist. Welcome in. I hope you are all well today. We are playing Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Today we're on case 2. We're at the very end. So we're trying to figure out... I don't know if we're at the very, very end. But we're trying to figure out who did it. So we don't know who actually committed the murder. But we're gonna figure it out. How was your stream? What did you play today? Overwatch? How was Overwatch? Who do you main? I feel like... I can't remember if we ever talked about that or not. But... interested to know now. I don't know what you're on about. Isn't King streaming like, I don't know, like 2 hours or something? No, actually, when does it start? 5, 6, somewhere. Yeah. Hour and a half or something. There's no way you're sleeping in an hour and a half. I guess technically, you don't go on until later, but anyway. I play mainly Widow, Zarya, and Brig. 9 AM, so like 4 hours. Yeah, you can sleep in 4 hours. I slept in 4 hours. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it, but it's... Actually, I'm really much debating on taking a nap or something after stream. If I can. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Shadow? Oh. That's right. He's just the murderer. The detective guy. He's just a murderer. That's it. He blackmailed, murder, everything. Love them all dearly. Hell yeah. I love Zarya. I've been playing Zarya. Well, when I do play Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in a while. But I love playing Zarya. I've gotten into her more recently and... it's been fun. Because I usually do Winton, Zarya, Junkrat, Torbjorn, Mercy. I've been loving Baptiste as well. That's someone new also I've started around this year with Zarya and stuff like that. Because I was like, I need to get better people. I can't just be good at one healer. Because someone takes that healer, I'm screwed. And I've really tried to be good at Ana, but I think I'm just like not that great at aiming. Why would I be good at Ana when my friend is like the best Ana player ever? Zarya is very, very fun. Yeah, I think she's fun. I think she's really fun to just run in and laser beam people. And then you're just like, why did you fall down? Why you just fell over? I don't know why you just fall down like that. Game, why did you do it? Or are you saying game? Like Smash Brothers game. Step together. But I can't now. I cannot. Has anyone ever heard of Sketchy's Contract, actually? Anybody in chat? It's like one of those games where it's like I never heard about it until Jim brought it to my attention. And it's literally just Lethal Company. And that's the game we'll be playing later. But I was just like... There's an emotional support cat emote, and I love it so much. And I always think about it all the time. And you just whip a cat out, and you just hold it forever. It's the best. I love it so much. So sadly, I must raid, dip, and moving the day after tomorrow. Good luck in your move! I hope everything goes well. I hope everything is so swimmingly good, okay? Have a good time. Have a good lurk. I appreciate it. Sleep well. Yeah. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Butler was lying there, dead. I wonder if there was intention on killing. Wait, what was he wearing that he wouldn't... If he didn't wear it, he would have died? Was it his helmet? Or his, mask? I missed it. I totally was not paying attention. I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provides similar testimony. He said the mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since At Me turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked! We'll find out if you say it's true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Troy? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Cadeau. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna assume nobody has heard of Sketchy's contract. But yeah, it's literally just like a very much better graphic Lethal Company, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. It's... because Lethal Company has like its own charm, I think, to it with the way its graphics are, but this one's like... They tried so hard. Hey Twilight, welcome in! Hope you've been well. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. A shadow. What? Oh god, oh god, oh god, my mother. I just saw the corner of my eye. What happened? That was very strange. I didn't even move. It just died for a second. You stretched your... No, I didn't do anything! I just looked over to the right a little, look at chat. It's really strange. Who was that suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me. Just dodging all of our questions is not helping us win this case. Hydrate, posture check, I appreciate it. Okay then, how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time? What do you mean by, how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. I'm not gonna be told what happened. It's just a matter of things. Your forehead? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking. Oh no. This is gonna be a hard case, isn't it? Him just not telling us or whatever. It's, oh, I can already tell. Yeah, I like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. What is that? I feel like I missed it. It turns out I wasn't missing it. That? Could you please clarify what you're referring to? Why, my mask Shing the mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Mask Shing the mask? Oh, hey people, chat. Chat's not threatening to hate everybody. Phoenix. It's me. I'm the one threatening to hit people. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask Shing the Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. What? Okay, the screen then. Smack screen. Smack. Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me earlier. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind? All the time. All the time. I'm sure it's happened like 6 times already this stream. Huh. My 6th cup of coffee staring up at me coldly. I'm getting a new cup. At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony. I'd have been killed if I haven't been wearing my Mask Shing the Mask costume. Okay. 6th cup? Yes, dude. drinking a lot. What do you say, 17 cups that he usually drinks a day? Why were you dressed up as Mask-Shing the Mask? Why? Because I'm Mask-Shing the Mask, of course. What are you talking about? Mask-Shing the Mask trial is being held next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask-Shing the Mask issue. Why did he even admit to being the guy? Why did the ace detective guy even admit to being Mask-Shing the Mask when he wasn't? He dressed up as him like one time at the other scene of the crime, and that's what he's being tried for, I guess? But even though he's being tried for the entire personality of being Mask-Shing the Mask, you know? I don't know. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. You mean the cape you're wearing right now? Or wait, no, you don't have the cape on. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected. Thank you for googly eyes. Press harder? It took a lot longer. What is he talking about? What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. You're not even wearing your cape. Where's the cape? You're wearing your little brooch thing, but where's the cape? My cape got caught on the safe door, you see? This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body. What was that? Back up a second. Yes? Dude, you need to stop talking. You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason would you have? What were you thinking? Question. What does someone toss their dirty... Back to the Diamond and Pearl music. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? Hold on. Let me think. When they're clean. What? The answer is simple. I guess he has something wild, isn't he? When they take them off. I thought you were gonna say when they're dirty. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. So Dark, welcome in. I hope you're having a good weekend. You just want to tidy up. Yeah, you're just trying to clean. Clean the body. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's a murderer? So you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Well, yes. Why am I only one not in the loop here? I should always have the loop, Judge, I'm sorry. Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Looks like a storm in front is moving in over the fair weather judge. I panicked into the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Hold it! Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer. Oh my god. This man. Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, they'll think I did it. I think you had a similar reason than that. Or simpler. Did you say simpler? It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. I just did an attempted murder on Tora with that answer. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on, 10 minutes. What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, what is the button? Would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick! If you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it! I take a look at the court record and present some evidence. We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Is it the button? Does it take 10 minutes for you to get up from all the way to the bottom floor, the security office, all the way to the top floor? There's not much in this testimony either. I bet you he's still hiding something. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him. I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. He will. I always forget, is this the second or third case? This is the second case. This is like the second case in this case, if that helps be less confusing or more confusing. You can decide. Because the first, we had the case about the thievery, and then we had this case in the same group of stuff. Enter the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that I remember being in a bit dazed. I haven't been killed, I have been wearing mask to mask. When I was came to, Mr. Blow was lying there dead. I panicked and hit the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Is it the buzzer? Came to the basement. He was wearing gloves. Did he do it? Who pressed the button? I'm gonna assume... Okay, good. That's right. Okay. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. The button in the office is pressed. The security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Yeah, he needed to get out. Objection. Huh. Let's remember, he keeps looking a lot, I realize. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He's probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. There's always some security. Beer bean coffee. No, not you too, Em! No! Not the coffee. He was the head of security. Yeah, he knew. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as the chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. But, as it turns out, the guard never came. Yeah, because it was Larry Butts. He didn't know he wouldn't come. Then it was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser. Damn! Who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex-new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity. Oh my god, he's gonna get fired. And wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. And didn't it blare though? This buzzer extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? I was gonna say, I'm assuming the detective hit the button. And... He was knocked out, though. I don't know. Fine, let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for the last few minutes. For at least a few minutes. Unconscious, so he fainted. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out. The buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it could only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Make some of the scene personal. It is personal. Larry Butts has been causing a lot of trouble. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. This is preposterous. It was this kid, Ron Delight, is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Make sure I say Kane Bullard's name correctly, because I know they say it wrong all the time. And who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim. Of course, he was wearing gloves. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. Stop talking. Do I have an autopsy report on him? I don't think so. Oh wait. Cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. It doesn't say it was instant or not. Duquesne Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. That is your opinion on this. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? But how? I can prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer. Can I? Is it the gloves thing? Hold on, let me move my stuffs. Sorry, I'm trying to move my camera. It's not! Sometimes the arm like really tightens up. That's one thing about like cheap like camera arms and stuff like that, is that they do not cooperate. There we go. Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. I was gonna say gloves, but how do I prove that it wasn't? Was he already dead by the time the alarm went off? Is it the autopsy? Oh. I don't know. Is it because there's no fingerprints? Is that the answer? Or do I need to do the buzzer again? Oh, I didn't save. Okay. Please? Yes, yes, yes! We're saving. Hold on, we're gonna save really quick. Stop talking. Yeah, I haven't saved in a bit, so it's a good idea to get that in there. Okay. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence that you were looking for. The emergency buzzer. Is there some kind of clue on it? It's the real answer is what's not on it. Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Exactly. Exactly. Now I'm the one who's clueless. You're always clueless, Judge. I'm sorry. This button had no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really presented it himself, naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind. Yeah, spit that coffee. No, you can't check that. Shut up. Run to light. Obviously wiped them off. Unconsciously? He didn't know about it. Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as the mask. He has... Wait. I don't know if we're helping ourselves or not. With saying he wears gloves. And the mask always wears gloves. What reason? Okay, what reason would he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Very true. Order, order, order! It would seem. Yeah? I've been forced to eat crow. What the hell does that mean? I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. Why is it crow flavored? However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? The way it goes back and forth. What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Hey, Rested, welcome in. Looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks. They're on to you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? Expression for admitting that they were wrong. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer! The buzzer makes me full of anxiety, oh my god. Even though security was supposed to respond right away, the buzzer was pressed. Security was supposed to respond. Anxiety buzzer. Oh, Gav!
Getting close to 2 years.
Let's go!
Spacey 47 excited.
Get a new tiger if you hit 2 years, I'm pretty sure. Hee. Get a new tiger badge. But Gav, thank you for the 20 months. On the 20-month streak? Holy sh! Every time you subscribe and that streak matches the months, it's like, oh, satisfying. It's always like so good to see. Damn, been keeping up with it though. Hell yeah, thank you, Gav. I appreciate it so much. Maya's so great. She deserves so many burgers. She deserves all the burgers. That's what we pay her in, burgers. We don't pay her money, we pay her burgers. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well then. Ah, Sir Gamer. 550 bits, thank you. I appreciate it. I also welcome in. Hope you've been having a good weekend. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. I like it when my opponent has guts. I'm going to keep the streak going as long as I can. Yes, and if you ever need to not, that's perfectly a-okay, okay? Never feel pressured. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? What if they ran into the button? That'd be so funny. I think they called the security guard on purpose. Cause I'm wondering if they wanted to frame Mask Sheen to Mask. I just don't know how the Ace Detective was there at the same time as the other place. Very confused. Oh, Koraga. Thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you gave it to Arva. Arva is super cool. Everyone should go check out Arva. Yes, thank you for the hype train. I appreciate it. But yes, I think it might be to call security guard. Thank you for the shout out for Arva. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes, although, as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his cloak clean at the time. It was a random gift? Yeah. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard, turned himself in. No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. What? Thank you for the 100 more bits.
Gotta get that train rolling.
Gotta get that hype train rolling. Gotta get that going. Gotta get those emotes. Get those emotes while they are hype training. The face I gave myself, if you could look at yourself and go, what the fuck are you talking about? That was me. That was me going, stop talking. Think about the posture check, Pink. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you again for the biddies. I appreciate it. When the buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. So is this just telling us straight up who the killer is? I'm surprised they showed us the silhouette. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if a real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if 8 security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder. Yarr. Also, I think I'm having an easier time reading it. So, okay. So when I changed my camera, by the way, I changed where I'm looking as well. I'm looking at the OBS capture instead of the actual TV. I feel like I'm reading better. I don't know if it's like because I'm... If it's a TV, if it's far out. I don't know. It seems like it's the same size. I don't know. I'm testing it. Order! Huh, he keeps going, ha! Why did he stop going, huh? Flashbacks to Red White. Factual? They would never do that. No! Never! Yeah, Red White was horrible. What a horrible man. I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. What if he spit it on everybody else and it was a hot coffee? And he's like, oh, thanks. I appreciate that, I guess. I feel like I can read better through OBS 2. I feel validated. I don't know what it is. Because I kept making mistakes every time I read and it started annoying me a little bit. So I moved to OBS instead. Now I'm just like, less mistakes. Still mistakes, but less. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only the mask, so... Nick, you mean the real killer is... We're going to drag that person in here right now. He's next door. But who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet. But think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity. And they also knew... Thank you for the save. I appreciate it. There we go. That he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard? Well, since we keep seeing his silhouette. Oops. The other person introduced in this case, that person. Yes, the only person. Already did a good time. Luckily, we didn't need it. What item does that person need to see? The magnifying glass? It kind of makes no sense. You could just wear magnifying glasses. But no. An actual magnifying glass. How does he keep it in his eyeball? He really squeezes it with his eyebrow. Detective, look at me. He's the only one who could have done it. Ace detective. Look at me. You mean Masking the Mask did it? No. Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Masking the Mask at all. Hey, Ren, look up! He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself! We're having a good day, Rin. Have a good weekend? Extremely straining his eyes, I assume? Yeah. He's just like, this face the entire time, just like, ugh. Thank you guys for the hype train again, I appreciate it. Theft and murder. Which is more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. And let's put him in that. Let's blame him for the murder. It's a capital crime, subject to a capital punishment. I have an idea with my camera. Hold on. I'm a genius. Kind of. Not really. This is just me being like, okay, I'm thinking about how to get this to work better. I got it. This should be better. This should be a lot better, actually. Button mash. Oh yeah, you got the new emotes card. Got nice. You got the button mashing. Nice. Okay, here we go. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. Did you remember the trial from yesterday, if you would? When Look At Me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was unmasked, as well as masking the mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That's a pretty good plan, honestly, on his part. That was his true objective all along, to be found guilty. Machine Damask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. Usher weekend, I'm tired. I'm a little tired. But it's been good so far. It's been a good time. I count yesterday, like last night, as the weekend. Do you count Friday? Like after you get off of work or whatever you end up doing, school or whatever? Like once the Friday like night starts for you, is that start the weekend or is Saturday the weekend? In other words, being found guilty as Machine Damask was Look At Me's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. Who cooked past midnight hits different. Oh, true. So true. Totally did that last night. Didn't have midnight ramen. But I think food is great at night. I like snacking and stuff like that. I just like... I don't know. That's what I'm eating a lot is at night. It's just fun. I don't know. Because I'm like doing other things and then I'm just snacking on the side. Playing Splatoon. Guilty verdict. As an alibi. For while every day is a weekend for me. True! I feel like that's how it is for me too. You know, it's almost time. For what? For Look At Me's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. How do you know? Were you there? If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. It's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. I don't have proof, but I suspect him so hard. My spouse will inch to the kitchen at 1 a.m. and be like, "Are you cooking?" I feel like I'd be the same way. Like, hey, you want to cook something? 1 a.m. sounds like a great time to start cooking. Me can't act like maybe. Do they want some food tax when you do that? Do they also want your food? You have to make some for the rest of us. Mr. Look At Me's trial was indeed attracting the attention of the entire country. Why? It was just a theft. I mean, I guess it was a theatrical theft. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Am I really sure about this? I bet a bet's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So please, I beg you. I'm begging you. Begging. I keep up on my food tax payments. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. Mia? Turns around. Maya? Are you Mia right now? That's my sister right now. She will get up and be like, cook me something too. Or if she's cooking, she will, like a freaking ghost, poke her head and ask me if I want fries and pork. Aww. That's super nice. What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Good sister, yeah, for real. I wish I had siblings that are like around my age or something that could, that were like that as well. My brother is 10 years older than me, so he moved out a long time ago. So I'm basically only child at this point, so I'm like, damn it, I wish I had siblings. Phoenix, remember the second rule of being an attorney. Always say, fuck it, we ball. It's very true. It's a words to live by. Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Look At Me to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he's at that court.
Well, Sir Detective Atme.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, Sir Detective Atme. You're the one who...
Oh my god, it's a different judge. Why don't we ever get this judge? We always get the white-haired one. My parents planned well. I got older brother and sister who are 10 to 9 years older than me, and then me and my sister who have 4 years difference. See, that's really nice. That's super, super good. I think my parents were just like, no more. No more. Because I think they were convinced to have me. I wouldn't say my brother was like an accident, but it was just like they had him when they were really young. And then, you know, 10 years later, they were like, yeah, let's have another one. Like, I was actually planned. This is a different judge? I know, right? I didn't. He has hair. Like, he's not just bald. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendants look at me. Get in there, Phoenix. Objection. Oh my god, Payne's like, what are you doing here? Get out! Wait. Don't hand your verdict yet, please. Did judges make a difference? I don't know. Maybe they're all kind of silly guys. Just got back from a very needed nap. Why is he blonde? It's a different lawyer. Or not lawyer, sorry, judge. Different judge. Maybe his judge is easier. Why do we always get the other judge? Well, well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, eh? What's that face? What is that? Well, so welcome back, Liz. I hope your nap was good. I was an accident. My mom went to the doctor to make sure she couldn't have more kids, and they sent her home because she was pregnant with me. Oh. Sorry, you must have another one. Aw. I'm sure, it was all good in the end. Can we go back? No. The judge is extremely Canadian. Really? How so? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me! I was also a whoops baby. I wonder who Abby's defense lawyer is. Yeah, really. Who's on the left there? Accusation? You accuse masking the mask? That man is not masking the mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? Okay, who is Payne defending him? I don't know. They seem chummy. Again, it looks like Phoenix, but he wears a red shirt. Oh my god. It's Edgeworth? This is where you've been this whole time? Like, damn it, Phoenix, you weren't supposed to know there's another courtroom. What the fuck? Hoser's online from Bob and Doug. It means someone who sticks his head under the beer hose and chugs. Why would he say that? Why would he say that about me? October 14th. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then, she's still alive. Inside your heart. We know this! Weenix. Weenix Fright. No, I mean, I know she doesn't remember when she gets possessed by Mia. But I thought she knew she was at least getting possessed. I thought we told her that much. Huh. So then, she's still alive. Inside your heart. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss the Light. Is it true that the detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Abney want to kill Kane Bullard? Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. What if Look at Me was not at the warehouse? What if he just said he was? What if? What if it was the wife? I'm convinced the wife has something to do with something here. It has to be. It does. Can you go find some more incriminating evidence again? Yeah, yes, I agree with this. Yes. Why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later.
Tower 14.
Woohoo! Hello again, Gato. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand. Judge, I found your brother in the next door. Well, how do you do, Solaire? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I wouldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask Shing the Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Look At Me has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here. Thank you for the Gav. I'm going to eat lunch and get ready to do a Pride Festival. There's a Pride Festival in August? Oh, I want to go. Have a good time at the festival! Also have a good lunch as well. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask Shing the Mask. Indeed. It's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask Shing the Mask.
Will do, hell yeah.
Of course. Very well then, Look At Me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry. I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Thanks for the coffee. All right, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I don't know what is going on. I was stealing the... Actually, I know what's going on, but I mean, like... He doesn't have a lawyer himself right now. Unless Godot is considered his lawyer from, like, yesterday, right? I mean, who's defending this man? I was stealing the urn as Mask Shing the Mask, just as I announced I would. So what you're saying is... The trial from last time was pointless. Because everything you told us was a lie anyway. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be by a witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask Shing the Mask was the same time as the murder. The thing is, we don't actually have definitive proof that he was actually there, you know? Actually. For all we know, he said he was there, but we don't have a camera, we have no actual person witness. This is why I think he's lying and he wasn't actually there in the first place. It seemed the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Mask Shing the Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. No. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know what he is. Hello? Von Karma? A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Von Karma? Von Karma. I was still in the urn as Machine Mash, just as I announced I would. Were you, though? Were you, though? Doesn't believe you for, like, actually any seconds at all. Like, he's so full of shit. He's so full of shit. I want him in jail so bad. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed, it is. Excuse me, that's not your line. It's already been taken. Find something else. Find out a word in the dictionary that's not fool. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Maskashing the Mask. But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean? Objection. Huh. Are you... Dude, he says ha every time and it bothers me. Stop it. Are you saying that this is not in fact Look At Me? That it could be accomplished dressed up as Mashing the Mask to create an alibi? Oh, what an interesting idea. I just think it's the wife because she has like a reason, like, oh, I hate criminals, so I'm gonna send my criminal husband to jail. But then why would she help? She helped him get convicted. She helped at me. Think about it. I'm sorry. If she's innocent completely, I feel bad. But at the same time, it's so sus. Everything she's done has been so sus. But she brought in the vase from his office. The front desk person just let him, or let her in to get into his office. So that's already very sus. And how did she even know to go get it in the first place? You know what I mean? So I think she is an accomplice to him. I think she's in that photo. And I think he committed murder. I hope I'm correct. It feels correct. Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, Lone Wolf, yeah, we just gave a theory that you're not a lone wolf. Name the accomplice? Are we supposed to know who the accomplice is? I feel like we don't actually supposed to know. I'm just making guesses, so I don't want to like say I know. Oh, we'll look at the other things first. I don't want to be wrong. If Look At Me was at KB security during the murder, then the Mashing the Mask in this picture has to be a fake. And there really was an accomplice. Could I have answered right there, guys? Do you know? But right now, I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's got to be another way. And I'm going to find it. I just feel like it's too early to say who the accomplice is, you know? I just feel like that cannot be the correct spot. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. It was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. What they have learned from this case, Tora doesn't trust women. What the fuck are you trying to say? I keep going over, like, I do love the women in these games a lot. I like women, period. But I'm also not biased. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I love women, so that means no woman could have done it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be factual. Maybe I should have just became a lawyer. For all we know, it could have been Adrian. No. Adrian from the last trial is innocent. So I don't think she would have done this one either. We know Adrian, like, we know she wouldn't do that though. You sent the calling card to Lurley Taylor 10 days before the heist. It would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? See, Korgoth, you're the one that's blaming women. Looks at you, squints real hard. Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. Women have never done anything wrong ever. This is factual, facts. I mean, to be fair, if it is, the wife, she didn't kill anybody. She just pretended to be a man. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Acme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lurley Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed, it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. It was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that. What, did I have a camera taking a picture of us? In a crime scene? Yes, every day. Indeed. It turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad, blue melody. Life is simply unfair. All because of a snail. A lone snail. It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. A phony? No. It doesn't work like I wish it did. A phonoto. The time at which the camera captured Mask Sheen Damask was the same time as the murder. Delta, please. Life is simply unfair. About the camera that took this photo. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? I want to nap so bad. Why don't you nap? You got like 3 hours, right? Nap. Dude, you're gonna be awake for so long. If you're also gonna play like Valorant and stuff like that too, you're gonna be so dead. I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lurley Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lurley Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. It looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false. See, go sleep! Go sleep! Everyone saying go sleep! Go sleep! Honk shoe! I just got back from one? Yeah, listed it! You can do it too, I believe in you. You know how bad I am at waking up. Set a billion alarms that are across the room. They're so loud. So loud. I don't know, to be fair though, I understand, because like, I was on time-ish for stream today, but I did wake up later than I wanted to. But yeah, believe in you, yeah! Believe it! It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security. Also attach a taser to your alarm. Oh! A shock collar. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the mask Sheen Damask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. It works. Trust me! I still can't get over that in Red Dead Redemption. Trust me!
No.
I was sealing the urn as Machine Damask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to repair. It was a pathetic, easy. Wait, is this new dialogue? No. Yes. No. It's not. It's old dialogue. I go lie down. Go lie down. You'll wake up. It's gonna be fine. Like I said, set like 4 alarms, okay? And set 20 alarms. Yes. Don't forget to put your phone like away from the bed, so you have to get up. Unless you're one of those people who have a problem with like sound, like you don't wake up with noises. Plum, do you remember that time you fell asleep on call and I tried to wake you up? I screamed into the mic so much and you never woke up. I totally forgot that happened. I just remembered. I have alternating sounds. Good. Have screaming. Don't expose me like this. Hehehe. Don't. It's fine. It was like a long time ago. It was like a year ago or something like that at this point, probably. I was stealing the urn as Machine Damask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetic, easy job. Photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. I fell asleep on call too many times. At least a couple. I forget why I was trying to wake you up, though. I think it was something important. Or maybe? I don't remember. I feel like I would let people sleep usually. To be fair, Tora, you have done it once too. When? Do you guys remember the time I almost fell asleep on stream? I literally closed my eyes for like 2 seconds. I think it was during an Ace Attorney stream, I think. Because I literally like closed my eyes and then I'm sitting here like falling asleep and I went, oh, I'm on stream! People can see I closed my eyes! Oh no! It was really bad. I think we just let you sleep. What? I've done it once. I don't remember doing it at all. Not in front of random people either. Like, what? I remember one time I was on call with people and I wasn't actually asleep, but I didn't want to answer. So I just like kept my head down. I just didn't say anything. Because I was like, please. No, don't bother me. You know what? I do remember when I fallen asleep on call. I was on a call. I think it was when... I don't know if Plum was there or not, but I was on a call with King and Worm/Plum question mark. I can't remember. I can't remember who it was, but it was definitely King. Because every time King would disconnect me, I'd wake up and I'm like, stop disconnecting me! Just leave me! Because I wake up every time! Because the dun, you know, like the Discord hang up noise is so loud. I was there, yeah. And every time I'm like, don't disconnect me, just leave. They disconnect me anyway, and I was like, stop! Because I wasn't like that knocked out yet. I was like almost asleep, or I was asleep and I got disconnected, and then I would rejoin the call and be like, what the fuck? And they'd be like, oh, I thought you fell asleep. And I'm like, no. I remember you fell asleep once in VC episode. What? I don't remember this at all. I don't remember. Because why would I fall asleep with you specifically? Like, I'm not in the call with you when I'm like just randomly hanging out. I'm just like... I think I've only been in call with you, Ed, when it's like a community thing. And I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in call with that. You just woken up, fell back asleep? Oh! I think I remember actually what it was. It was like Graveyard Shift Discord or something like that. Because I would join it because I needed to get ready for something. And I was like, oh, hi guys, blah. And then fell asleep for like a minute. Like, I didn't sleep for that long. I think I remember hearing you guys say something. Did Tor fall asleep? And I was like, I think that's one of the moments where I was like, I didn't want to answer. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, it's too annoying to have to respond and talk, so I just stay quiet. I don't know why. It's like, I'm just like too... I just want to go back to sleep. We thought you were asleep at least? Yeah, I was not. I wanted to so badly though. I'm just like, please let me die. What was I doing? Photograph contains no words, but in this case, you turned out to be my witness. Can we look at this one? So by photograph you mean by this piece.
Yabba 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 yabba.
Yabba yabba yabba. Ambience, welcome in. Yabba yabba yabba. Also, Krebs, welcome back. I don't know if you lurked or not, but hi. You bet there is. You bet there is. Is it the paint? The paint just happened? Was this like days before? That'd be hilarious, actually. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture.
Been lurking, playing gear. Gear. Yar.
You reminded me every single time to play it. I'm like, fuck! You took a look around the basement warehouse that night, before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. It's the statue. Very well, then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny?
Yum 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 yum.
Did I just click here? Around here? How does it know? I guess I just clicked the puddle. Ooh, you want to play gear so bad? Ooh! I treat my family to Denny's. What'd you get at Denny's? The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. Blood? Now this case is getting interesting. No. Danganronpa blood. Different, very different. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. How do you know it's peach colored? From blood to peaches. The judge, yeah. Okay. The judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. My problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright? What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
Take that! Lana, welcome in! How are you doing? Hope your weekend going.
The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, a golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. Okita and Tora actually gotta get going, helping a friend with birthday shenanigans, but I'll definitely catch the bot later. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around for as long as you have. Have good birthday shenanigans, and hope you have a good rest of your day. And a good weekend. I went to the farmer's market with my mom this morning. Ooh, what'd you get? Oh, I didn't even think of the biddies. It's very delicious. Hey, I got a new item they had for the season. It was a crispy chicken and bacon club with lettuce and tomatoes and ranch. That sounds awesome. Oh, I want a crispy chicken sandwich. Also, Cookie, welcome in. I hope you've been having a good weekend as well. I haven't been to a farmer's market in forever, though. Hello, Adrian. Please don't be sad again. Yes, I know. We need to make her happy. She got peaches, tomatoes, and stuff. I still don't have any money, so I couldn't get anything, even if I wanted to. Aw. Did you at least get to take a peach? Peach for your trouble. Gives you a peach. I realized that the statue would be perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it there, or put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been. But it was moved. but it was moved when we got there the next day. Like, the stain, the paint stain was shown when we came the next day. Unless the police moved that or something, but I doubt it. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there. The gas. But when I went there, the day after the theft, a statue of the gold bag was sitting in the corner.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion.
Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. I mean, Adrian can move it. It would be more than an accidental push to move it to that distance. It's true. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared for with your answer.
Maybe.
Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Well, I'm going to assume it was Luke at me. I can't save just in case, but since we're charging at him at full force, it's got to be him. Had to have been Pearl. Pearl, what the hell? How could you? That one, the one who moved the statue is none other than Luke at me. Come now, Sir Lawyer. Here you go again, and one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness has the only one, the witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple, however, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph.
Look at this graph.
Look at me. You pretended to be masking the mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. Thank you for the save. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. I just got reminded, I forgot to say when I was talking about the Yakuza clips that I was talking about. From my old Yakuza 0 playthrough. I realized how quiet I was. I think I talked about this a little bit earlier where I was saying how I was so quiet. But I was talking to Jin about it, and I'm just like, because when we were comparing the clips and everything, I was just like, I just want to grab myself and shake me really hard. Because I don't speak. Just speak. Thank you for the hydrate. The posture check and the stretch. And Dark, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome to the Tagonuts. Speaking, speaky shakes. Interesting theory, please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? I don't know. I'm back with my gyoza dinner and life is so freaking good right now. Hell yeah! If you would like to take a picture of it and post it to the Discord, I'd love to see it. I want to see food. I don't know what we're getting at here. Is it the time? I don't know why it says 58, actually. I guess that'd be 12:58. And like... What was the lie? I have no idea. I actually wasn't paying that close attention. Is the box? Is this box not the real box? It's not covered in paint. Which I always thought that was weird. I see food and eat it. Eats with my eyeballs. It's in military time? Yeah. I figured it was military time, but... Ugh. Maybe he could have ran to the other place in a minute. What's... Oh, AM. Wait, why would there bother being an AM when it's in military time? I know this doesn't matter, but... It's very strange. Since they are homemade, they are some big-ass gyoza, so be warned. That sounds like the best case scenario of... That sounds like the perfect... food problem. I was trying to think, how am I gonna say that? I really do think this time is weird, and I don't know if that's it or not. Posted. Hold on, I have to see. With my own eyeballs. I just saw... Oh my god. I think this is Diablo, because when you open OBS, it like makes the names go away. But just based off the icon and stuff like that, I think Diablo made the Shark Girl and Lava Rat. I feel like I have to share this. Like I have to at least share it to my Pathfinder group anyway. 1 second. There you go. Oh wait, I forgot to look at the food. Food. Oh, those are massive. Eats it. Oh my god, that looks so good. Oh. Eats it. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. You know what? We're gonna say it's the time because I actually want to save and I can't save right now. So if we get it wrong, we can actually save. So, but I also think this is weird. So, but also if it wasn't at 1 a.m., like if it was a different day, you know what I mean? The time wouldn't even be correct anyway. So, like, this also goes with the theory as well. So, you know what? This is the perfect accidental thing. Please be right. I'll be fine. I'm so proud of myself. Oh. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. Gyozas are good. I've never had a gyoza before. What's in a gyoza? It looks really tasty though. What do you mean? I can now confidently say that they also taste good. I want some. I want to try it because I've never had it. Japanese dumplings. What's in it? Is it like some like green onion and like water chestnut for the crunch? You have crunch. From my knowledge, gyoza is like empanada. Empanada. Every time I hear empanada, I cannot not think of Hollow Knight with the empanada. Gyoza with a big ass. It's fried dough surrounding anything with veggies to chicken to pork. Dude, a pork? I'm so hungry. A pork dumpling sounds so good right now. I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Damn it, Tora, you just reminded me of Silk Song. Good. Remember, Simba. Remember who you are. On the night in question, Luke Appy went to KB Security, murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. Got him. I'm trying not to think about it. Think about it. With soy sauce, and they're so good. Oh, I always think they're that too, Tora. The difference is I knew empanada before I knew bempanada.
Empanada. Empanada. It's like when Hornet Adidas. Man, I love the sounds in that game. They did such a good job. Like with the voice acting and all that stuff. I know it's not like traditional voice acting or anything, but like the voice work is so good. In my case, minced meat, carrots, spring onions, a bit of leek, and of course garlic, soy sauce, and ginger. Ah, sounds like God. Steals it from you? I think I'm having chicken noodle soup for dinner tonight, so I'm getting at least some hearty soup. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed besides the warehouse door? No More Silk Song is gone. Hopefully it's not. Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. Also, welcome in. The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Look at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. I'm supposed to have prime rib tonight? Maybe? Possibly? I was invited? What do you mean quote-unquote invited? Were you actually invited? As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Damn. Or cattail. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match the way— oh, the way it had been in this photo. If there's prime rib, the invitation is automatic. That is completely fair. I was there and I was one of the— oh, you're standing here type of invites. Oh, you're here. I'll invite you too. Order, Mr. Atme, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. Yeah, but you could have gone back to the computer and fixed it. You could have gotten rid of the evidence. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor's staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. That too. Got him. I feel like we got him already. What's gonna change here? Order, Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Made by Atme-san. Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. How did you drink 6 cups of coffee? Since last time— or not 6, sorry. I can't count. I have promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good to the last straw. Yes, 6 left, yes. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point. So what? We are all the travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So, you say the photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is that's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask, you forgot the shing? Yes? I'm not a coffee drinker, but I think Ado could convince— or would convince me. Honestly, same. I'm also not a coffee drinker, but he's a cool dude. I like him a lot. amigo. If there's no funny business in your actions as Mask Shing the Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. I mean to say, being able to handle 17 cups of coffee in a day, is it normal? Smiles. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I first received the request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in the box, and Zvari, it was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, wait, what voice did I give him before? I know I gave him like a little excited voice. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my car 10 days beforehand. This is a lot of information that I'm trying to remember if it's true or not. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. Max I would drink is 4 to 5. That's a lot! Ab, why? Oh no! No, hopefully it's decaf, right? Right? At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. Is that true? I mean, he didn't know it was real, or it was priceless. Or not priceless, but worthless. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Zvari. Very well then. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I don't even know what to press here. Or press everything, but I don't know what to present is the problem. I first received a request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed. It seemed that they had heard of my Svarkling reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. You just called her a weirdo! Nick, stop it! I could read it between your lines. The urn was placed in a box, and Zvari, it was then sent to the warehouse. Hold on. I'll be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasure of Corain exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Speckled? Speckled? It wasn't speckled! How did you know? If you've never seen it before! Wait, hold on. I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. So weird of you. I'm just saying. That's... No! I went too far to the right. Ah! Contradicts. Yeah. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Don't even look at that. I made the mistake. Since the warehouse, hence I was actually unable to see for myself. Okay, not touching the stick. Mr. Adme, if you really are Mask Shing the Mask. Also, sorry if I mispronounce your name, but Nikinum? Lots of ends. But thank you for the follow. Hopefully, if you have a preference of how to say your name, please let me know, and I will fix that. Mr. Adme, if you really are Mask Shing the Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course, Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that the Mask Shing Damask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. And slow down the coffee intake. Looks at you, Eb? It's okay, I like M&Ms. In. I was gonna say, Eb, you speak for yourself. You're the one that said 4 to 5 drinks of coffee. That's so many. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Mask Shing the Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? Thank you for the hydrate ambient. I appreciate it. This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. Yeah, because Adrian did it. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. I'm excited. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. And yet, this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Adme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. So, he had to have had the item, though. Like, we saw the urn, like, the day before or whatever, or at least the box, I thought. And he had to set up the crime, but if he wasn't there... I'm still... sus. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Witness. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, I did it. He's broken. Look at me! He's broken! Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask Shing the Mask. And now, we're calling him a murderer. I still exercise like to 1 to 2 a day max these days. I only drink 2 most of the time and 3 sometimes. The 4 to 5 comes the max threshold for safe caffeine consumption. Looks at you? 3? 3? 3? 3? I'm not judging you at all, but like 3? Sometimes Phoenix disrespecting women moments. Phoenix, how could you do this? Stop it. Leave my alone. Only sometimes. But sometimes happens. Sometimes. Like today. I swear to God. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way. Don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive! Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? What are these... What was that sentence? Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? Okay. Nick, he's getting a second wind. If he prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Ron the Light, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron the Light. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Can you say it fast, Tora? No, not at all. I can't even say it slow. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to, Sir O-Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Oh boy. Whew, okay, here we go. I, look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. I don't think we do know any thing about this, actually. Do we know they know each other? I don't think so. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Mask Shing to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard. You sure you're admitting you're not? I'm confused. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. Are you sure it wasn't you? I think that's the... Hold on. If you don't want your true identity to be revealed to the world, I think this might be it right here. Because he's the only one who knew his identity. I don't know why he would have a thing for murder, though. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Are you wearing a diamond on your finger? Is that what that is? That's not a diamond, right? It's not, like, cut like a diamond. Did he say it was a diamond? And it was, again, Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. He said it when the trial started. What a little asshole. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask Shing to Mask. You got it for saving the day. Uh-huh. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. Okay, so what do I gotta do here is the problem. I know what it is that I need to do, but I don't know if the game wants to do that. That's my main fear this entire time. To the victim, Kane Bullard blackmailed the defendant. This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. Handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What are we comparing it to? What? I don't believe that at all. Wait, who gave him the diamond? Was it Bullard? Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. I have no evidence to really prove that it's not Bullard that wrote that. I, look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Let me look at these all. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Mask Shing to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. I think this is it. But I don't know what exactly I'm showing. Can you show the blackmail letter? Is that it? I'm thinking that the gears are turning so much right now. Because the thing is, he took the costume from the trash can, because he dumped the trash can, got the uniform on, and then it was like trying to blend in to make sure no one would suspect that the real Mask to Mask was over there. And he found the costume. I just feel like this is what it is. I just... I feel like I'm second-guessing myself because I feel like I'm jumping the gun. Maybe we can press it and see what he says. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000, and the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder... What's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? No. What? What? It was meant for his wife? Right? Is that what I'm getting at here? I'm confused! What? Whoa, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Huh? I mean, okay, let's save. Let's do what we can do our first idea. But this sounds like it's gonna go in an entirely different direction than I thought it was going to go. Newspaper. Or can I present this? No way. That's what's kind of insinuating, though. The plot thickens. Well, let's do our first thought. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was correct! I am shocked! Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of a Manin stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. I did think that. It was not red. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. I just figured it was another stolen jewel, I'm not gonna lie. I just thought, like, maybe there was other jewels and stuff. I was doing the clipping because the trash can costume, and that he could have taken the costume. I did it for an entirely different reason, and I think my reasoning was stupid. Now that I'm hearing the actual reasoning. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take the red diamond you received the other day. Red? Yes. Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of a Manin that the mask stole at all. It's on your finger. That's what I thought. I don't know. This case is all over the place, I feel like. Look at this photograph. Look at this graph. And your point is, Mr. Trike, so you were trying to say that the blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right, Trike? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, oh my god. That is what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. Objection, the letter's clearly green, green! This is who Kane Buller was actually blackmailing. Wait, is it her? Because then if that's the case, it would be Luke with the reasoning and everything, right? But why would it be in his house? Which is why I think it was her. Music is always so good. Dude, it's really good. I love it. Okay, I think I jumped to conclusions without thinking it was the wife. I really wanted it to be the wife, and I see. But, I don't know why it's at his house. Why is it at your house? If it was meant for him, why you? Yes? Yes. Okay, okay. Okay, so yes, my reasoning was completely not true. It is funny though how different my mindset is. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis? Basis for your crime? You have been personally involved in every single mask case. And in that last case, you recovered what was stolen. And received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously... conspicuously around your finger. I don't know why that sounds so weird in my head. That red diamond ring. Hey, at least we're right about the ring, right? That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. It's a weird word. It really is. It sounds wrong when you say it. Objection. You objected him saying order? It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me. So much for not saying things wrong. Are you for real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him. Lazy Legion, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Welcome in. If only he didn't wear that ring today. I know, right? Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Yes, objection. Your Honor, my opponent is spitting straight facts. Spitting that coffee. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Maybe he thought he was Luke Atme. Or not Luke Atme. Maybe he thought he was Shing Damask. Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick. Identity that Luke Atme wanted to do so desperately keep secret what his identity was? Is it Mask to Mask? No, because why would he want to hide that? If he's not really Shing Damask, he wouldn't kill for that. Is he a blackmailer? Am I forgetting something? Because I feel like Ace Detective is a good name, right? You don't want to hide that identity. So, like, it has to be blackmailer, just by deduction. Please, thank you. Okay, good. Good. Look at me. Was a blackmailer. I'm just confused at this point. Me too. I'm just really confused. Hey now, you're an all-star. Isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit, that does sound a little odd. Was I wrong? It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. Ron said that he was being blackmailed by someone. Is the letter different then? Because if that letter was meant for But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Amanen heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Shing Damask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Silence! Oh god. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... Phoenix. You're not supposed to admit it. Save? Okay, this sounds very important. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh... I'm so confused what's going on, so it's like that doesn't help. You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron the Light, in which case I would actually know all about his relation to Mask Shing Damask. Well, yes. Ron the Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime. Good point, you did. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Abbey know that Ron the Light was Mask Shing Damask? Newspaper clipping! This one! I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron the Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask Shing Damask didn't just disappear into thin air. Phoenix Wright, a psychologist. That's I said psychiatrist, oh my gosh. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. Oh, I thought this ace detective thing was a lie altogether, not actually true to begin with. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. It's when you learned that under his mask, Mask Shing Damask... Wait, no, wait, stop! You didn't let me read! What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Mask Shing Damask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud. Trying to pass himself as an ace detective. Okay, so he actually wasn't actually an ace detective. Why, you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Mask Shing Damask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even... Oh no. 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 I don't even know what to say here. Can you stop? So I can read your dialogue, please? Snap, crackle, pop. Explosion. It would seem you finally arrived at a real answer. That was quite a performance, Mr. Atme. Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme. What are you objecting? What can you even object? The hammer that strikes too fast and in no time to aim. I need you to stop. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. But... There's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! Oh, I feel like we're at the end. I feel like we just need a couple more things. Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. Yep, there it is. I've got to prove that Admi was at Mr. Bullet's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Admi was at KB Security, and the defense can prove it. I think. Oh, wait. Or can I? Actually... I might have been oopsie. I didn't save before I did that. I don't see anything. Ah! The defense can prove it with evidence. I got excited. Are you sure? Huh. Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces. I can't tell faces. Very well then. Let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Admi was at KB Security that night. TY Phoenix doesn't get paid to be a prosecutor, detective, and defense lawyer. All the above. Because these are all Ron's things. Looks like it was torn off. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to prove he did it. Attorney.exe has stopped working and needs to close. Consider he seemingly only takes on the case every few months and still can afford an office. Are we sure he don't? I have to pick something. Wallet. This isn't actually Ron's wallet after all. It's actually his. This is the proof. It's true. That is very important. However, I'm not too foolish as to think that I will pass for evidence here. Mr. Trite, it's time you learn the true flavor of life. Stop throwing coffee at me! The flavor of my special Godot blend number 49. Well, Mr. Wright, I feel like I should file a report for this. It's bitter. Very bitter. Come on, Nick, don't give up now. What do I do? If I make a mistake here, it's over. I can't prove it. I don't think. I'm gonna save. I can't prove it. It's always been the case before in Ace Attorney games, is that I've had to pay or say I can't prove it and then it moves on. So I'm hoping that's what happens here. Just as I thought. But if we hear more Detective Atmi's testimony... Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. Uh-oh. I guess that wasn't the right answer. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atmi is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Mask Shing the Mask. No. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Mask Shing the Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rhonda Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. I love that prosecution comes up with their own rules. I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. I don't care. Order. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over the witness. Ace Detective Ness from Earthbound. Oh my god, Ace Detective Ness! I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Phoenix. We still have tomorrow. No! There's still more to this case? We can look for more evidence tomorrow, or rather, we can look for evidence, and by then it'll be too late. Huh? Okay, good. Who? Why? Not like the judge will enforce my rules. Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, a defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. Yep, there it is! There it is! We talked about that last time we did Ace Attorney. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to the witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Well, technically this is a different crime, though, than the other one. So, I mean, technically it's different. Just because you got your, I don't know. I understand it contradicts each other because that means you were there, but we've already proven that he stole the pot at a different time. We just need to prove that it was him at the security place. Mr. Hatme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask shame to mask, which means he will be innocent as far as murder of Kane Bullard is innocent. Here's the thing. No, it fucking doesn't. That doesn't make any sense, because you can still be mask to mask, do the crime, the stealing, a few days beforehand, and then come back and do a murder at another time. It's a different case completely. No way. I understand where they're going with this, but at the same time, I feel like it's different. But maybe I'm wrong. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he'll never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer. Oh, did I lose? Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atme, will go free. I think we'd still say it was Delight, honestly. They probably would. They'd turn it around and be like, no, actually it was him. Top 5 Phoenix sprites. I know, right? It's really good. I like that one. I like the mug one where he gets the coffee thrown at him a lot, too. I think that's probably one of my favorites. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will no longer be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Like how Phoenix's hair went with his fingers. Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atme. Wait, wasn't that Mia? I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. I didn't realize she would sound like Mia if she possessed Maya. I didn't think about that until the objection! That voice. No way. Hi again. Hello! Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! No matter how bad it gets, Mia's always by my side! So heckin' sassy. She is so sassy. She has so much personality in this game, like way more than she did in the other two. It's really nice to see. This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony is not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor? Just how you said something, or just now, you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the detective as well as Mask Sheen the Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Ace detectiveness?
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that right with you? Or all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Music goes so hard. Dude, the music in these games are been so good. Nothing. Did he recognize her? Wait! Okay, so we had a theory, right? That he was a defense attorney. Right? Does he recognize Mia? I want him to recognize Mia so bad. Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. He changed! He knows! He knows it's Mia! He knows! So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. 100%, 100%! The plot is thickening so hard right now. Mr. Godot, what are you? Very well then, Mr. Look At Me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. Oh. I hope he comes to us and talks to us about her or something, because I love that so much. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. No, he just 180'd so hard on a surefire win. Exactly. Which means Mia meant a lot. Which makes me question everything. Indeed. It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. I'm reading so fast. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And that's it right there, I think. If we need to tell him we got from the trash can. And that's the key card and wallet. It was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Save? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask, or that last remark could have been it as well. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask, outfit, which is why he left no prints. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Are you colorblind? Sorry, therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. The witness's early remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But, of course... But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
My favorite witness was the walkie-talkie connected to the killer. Yeah, that was good. He blew up at the end. I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You cannot postpone Luke Adby's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one chance. Do I don't even meet the press? Huh. Seems that the party's about to begin. Let me say one more time. Now we're closer to the... Judging, kidding. Oh god, oh god. Oh, I have to be sure about this, huh? It seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems that the time has come to put an end to this trial. Oh boy, oh boy. Was about to redeem it? Press the correct sentence, I'm guessing? Yes. Mia is the Riddler in this world.
The Riddler!
I have to find a fatal contradiction in his testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Oh no, I'm nervous. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. Let me read them all again. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Loreley Taylor. Okay, that's true. I had to leave to see about another virtually important job request. That's a lie, but we'll keep going. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied, okay? My brilliant... So the other important thing is him killing the other guy. My brilliant deduction was that what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Light, okay? And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Yes? I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once, correct? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Correct? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Okay. Factual. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask Shing Damask outfit, which is why he left no prints. Okay. Delight did say he was wearing his outfit, correct? Because you came there scared. But he was knocked out. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewels. See, that's kind of horseshit. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. I feel like it's between the color of the jewel, this one, or it's this one where we know Delight was knocked out, so he didn't leave prints. You don't know why? It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Don't know why. It doesn't matter how hard you try. Chat, what do you think? This is for all the marbles, and if we're wrong, we're screwed. What if there was a bad ending? What if there was a bad ending for like every case, where if you just pick the wrong thing, you lose your license every time? No opinions, chat? No onions? Hey, Sheepy, welcome in. Is this actual help asking? Sure. Because we only get one chance. I think it's between these two. But I don't know which one. And I'm kind of curious what you guys have to say. I think. You can't just leave. We check our poor court record. We check our I got here 10 minutes ago, so oh no worries. Welcome in, geek. I guess let me go to the button. That didn't help us at all. I got lost along the way. No! I'll help you and give you a map. We'll help you, not the letter. So, okay, so it's not this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm going to save here. That way if we do lose, we at least have it. Mr. Acme, about that last remark.
Objection.
Don't object me! Stop! You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Acme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were the one in CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we? Mr. Acme, the button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. I was gonna say, like, how did he know it was in his outfit? But then I'm like, literally, he said that out loud, I'm pretty sure that. Unless he said that to us in private. We knew he was in his outfit. I think he did say that out loud, though. I don't know. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask, Shing the Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry? Whatever do you mean? He wasn't in the courtroom when... Oh! I'm glad my reasonings were completely different, but I still got it correct, because everything else was, like, what he said was true. For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn that the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask Shing the Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? Damn, Phoenix, you're so smart. So smart. That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my 6th cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Yeah, 17 cups of coffee will do that. It seems our Korgot's quite ace mod figuring that out. Huh. Wait, huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention up until now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. And except for me, because I forgot. Ugh. Do you understand now, Detective Acme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask Shing the Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? You narrowed it down pretty well before help. Yeah, I kind of did it. Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. You think Godot ever drinks most of his cups really quickly, thinking that he's won, and then he picks up the speed? Oh, maybe he has to get the 17. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask Shing the Mask outfit. There is one and only one way. Wait. For Detective Acme to have found that out. Only one? One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. So there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Acme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. I want to imagine that's how his laugh is... Detective Adme, you saw Mask Shing Damask at the murder scene that night. Like a turnabout? You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Earthquake, earthquake. Oh my gosh. Is he taking off? Is he a rocket? He's not a rocket. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one myself. Yeah, you said that already. Here I am, the tragic clown! You also said that already. Joker moment. Entering Super Saiyan. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Now he's like really laughing. He's nervously jerking all over the place. One awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Acme. And this whole time I keep thinking Acme and I didn't say it out loud until just now. Luke Acme. Luke Acme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Acme tried to frame Ron Delight. There's so much blackmail today. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask Shing Damask in order to escape his true crime. Thank you for the hydrate. And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, I'm assuming that was probably, what's his name? The light going, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. You've said like 3 times this case. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, well, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know. You never committed any murder. That's right. I'm so glad you understand that, but... I really am Master Mask. Huh? So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? Replaces you, picks you up, puts you in the other trial room. You're still gonna be tried. What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? You've been hit by a smooth criminal! As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Mask Shing Damask is really innocent? It would seem so. It would seem so for now. For now. She was accusing Desiree throughout the entire case. Don't leave me alone! Can't believe you're accusing Desiree earlier. I can't believe I'm being attacked like this. Hey, look at listen. It's so sus. You cannot deny that. Everything she's done this entire case has been so suspicious. She like went around collecting the vase and she's just like, yeah, I just walked in. Picked up the bag with the vase in it. Didn't know that was actually the vase. I just picked it up. Here you go. Here's the vase. Like, that's so sus. I feel like... And they never, like, pointed it to her at all, this entire case, which is wild. Because usually, I feel like, they would try to fool you a little bit, be like, ooh, is it her? Ooh. You know what I mean? Like they did with Adrian last game. Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty! She's very dedicated to her husband. Yeah, I guess so. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. Hello! You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. I can possess her anytime I want. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of Karain channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. I'll call her an idiot every day. I'm so mad at Phoenix for that, by the way. I understand little banter being like, oh my god, you're so dumb. Like, it's okay to do that, I guess, with among friends when they do, or if they're okay with that, but he does it so much. Well then, see you around. Oh, you're just leaving? Right, are we gonna catch up? Until Tora decides to become a homewrecker. Shh, no one knows about that. And we will defend her in court every time she's accused of murder. They're just silly little guys. Silly little guy. Mia. Ah, Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though. Now that all of this... Oh, come on, just be happy already. You're right, I should save. You're so correct. You think after how many Ace Attorney games we played already, or how many cases we've done, that we'd know to, there's gonna be a thing that pops up here that we need evidence for? Maya, you've been cleared of all the murder charges and got off as mask to mask to boot. Sheen to mask. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming mask Sheen to mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. Did you become a criminal more so she would leave you? Like, where are you going with this? So that's why I became Mask Shing the Mask. Oh, that is why. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Yeah, we glued a vase back together. Twice! The first time it wasn't made correctly, but the second time? Adrian did a great job. Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? Make it thrice? 3 times. Wait, how 3 times? Or is it broken because, he broke his marriage? You'll be fine. And Nick can prove it. I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if the bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Am I showing them the vase? Please? Just let it fall and break again. Oh, no. Ami Faye's already left the building, like twice now. Don't put her back in there. The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. There you are. Miss Delight. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything to, or any more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. Quit is strong. More like got fired. Never imagined that you were really masking to mask either. Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? Be his getaway driver! You're not going to really leave him, are you? He was quitted. Quitted.
I'm not fired. I quit.
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hate criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. But Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. That's so hot. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Aww. Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Oh, I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations! I come from my training that I never seem to be doing! Talk about bad timing. Oh, she just came in for, like, comedic effect. Why are you smacking me? Mr. Nick, how could you? Another man's wife in front of Mr. Maya. No, no, no. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever. And then he dies. So just as the case came to a close, so did my conclusion, so my conscience. She knocked him out? Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Oh, can I get rid of the text box, please? Please let me get rid of the text box. That's so cute. Pearl wins. Pearl wins. It's a perfect example of one that was put back together, even better than before. It literally changes every single time we have a game where the the face changes. Next case, it will get some blue paint or something. Oh? Oh? Oh, wait. Who's the other person with the back turned towards the thing? We're gonna start this one a little bit because I really am curious. Wait, you went by yourself. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. Who are you? Who are you? Evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at the table when you drank from that. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw. Wait. That's this case I'm really looking forward to. What the fuck was that? I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. What? Where's Phoenix? He's salty. Why wouldn't anyone believe me?
You sprinkle in the sugar. What do you mean? Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright?
What? What? This court finds the defendant? Huh? What? Wait, we're just starting a case like this? This court is adjourned. Huh? Wait, I'm confused. What happened? Your guess is as good as mine. January 6th. Wow, we went months in the future. Holy cow. We were in October before. Can't believe Nick screwed up. I can't believe we got a guilty verdict. What? The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I'm assuming this is a flashback. Like the case over there we just saw was what's gonna happen. I bet it does, Maya. So I've decided that our resolution should be Zvari, take on the world. Why are you still saying that? It's been months. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never. You've got to eat lots of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. This Zvari thing stays around. Really? They just really wanted Maya to have a catchphrase, huh? Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal! Oh, hey, Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, right? I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You've got some explaining to. Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? Oh, what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks! Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Are mistletoes poisonous? You think Phoenix would have said, you should eat more of that mistletoe cake. Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, I mean, yes, I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose? I guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced? Wait, oh, that was... Oh, this is after that. Okay. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly immature performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you. I'm so confused. It looked like a guy who is Phoenix. But then we were... Was our client trying to frame us? Like... Confused? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright takes full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was the issue from anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. What? Does Maya remember? So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. No way. You don't mean... A doppelganger? A phony. A phony Nick. You could say it's a phonix. I'll see myself out. This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too. Don't leave! No! No! An imposter was among us at the courtroom. Among us. Vote him out. So? What are you going to do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix, right, is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong. At least not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now. Phoenix left. Oh, yeah, there he is. That's him, officer. Phoenix left. And that means taking the case back to court. Got it. Wait, we can't though. We literally just did a case where it said you can't do it twice. Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. Gusto! I feel like we're in One Piece now. Gusto! I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until New Year. So you taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? Don't throw a tomato at the Phoenix left. It's kind of clever. It would be a court case with false pretext, which can be overturned. True, true. I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix right. But how are you gonna prove that you weren't actually there? Unless you have, like, alibi, I guess, but... I don't know. If a client entrusts a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I'm kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? Someone who's trying to get his client in jail? Okay. 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 Okay, I think with that, we might leave it off there for today. That was wild. I don't know what to think about that. Besides that, we have an impasta among us. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, as always. Let me find somebody to raid really quick. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on a Saturday. I really much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to find someone to raid. I can't talk. Oh, King's already live. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna raid King. Because it is their birthday, and I want you guys to just spam happy birthday in their chat, okay? We're gonna do... Let's do a special raid message instead of, the usual. Let me see... Here you go. Just copy this a bunch of times, okay? Okay? Okay. Just like this. Slay the Princess, right? Yeah, King's also doing Slay the Princess. We did that a few months ago.
I'm proud of you.
It was a really good time. I hope King's already enjoying it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll find out ourselves. But please, everybody, have a good rest of your day today. Have an amazing weekend. Next time we'll be live will be on Monday at 3 p.m. EDT with more Ace Attorney. We will find out what the heck this case is on Monday. Okay? Okay. 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 Once again, please wish King a happy birthday. Give them a love, etc., etc. And it didn't happen. What did you delete? What did you do? Spacey Tora gal. Why'd you delete it? But yeah. Yeah. Like I said, everyone, have a good rest of your day today. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you then. I'm also gonna be on King's stream later as well. So if you want to see more of me and you want to stick around and see more of me, I will be on King's stream. So, yeah. Yum, 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 yum. We joined with a bunch of other friends as well. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Oh!